Okay, here we are on a darkening afternoon with Johnny Frank, captain Northallerton Rugby Club, and we just finished a game very intense against Goole, who we were sharing top of the table, and we came second. They were certainly a better team. We lost 20-odd 12. So, Johnny, thoughts? I mean, tough one to take a loss at home after so long. It's been a hell of a ride, but you know, the good thing is character was there and the boys came back.
Yeah, for sure. Year and a half we haven't lost at home, so it leaves a sour taste. But like you say, the last 12, it was 12-3 in the last 20 minutes. So that's good in terms of our point of view. We've come back into it. I think it was just a disappointing day at the office. We were on top for the first 15 minutes. They had a breakaway try. They then had another breakaway try. And then we just sort of, I don't know, we seemed to ended up not, the bounce of the ball didn't come for us. You could look at so many things, but at the end of the day, they deserved their win. They played well. We also played well in patches. I just don't think it clicked for us today, which is unfortunate. Sometimes you get that.
Yeah. No, I have to be honest. A lot of the people on the side of the line were just saying North didn't seem to have that sparkle, that oomph that we normally have. And also, for the first time, as long as I can remember, we actually lost the toss.
Yeah.
Because we ended up playing downhill first half, and we never usually do that. So maybe that had to play a bit.
Yeah, fair enough. We didn't win the toss. We were going downhill first half, but. Like I said before, first 10-15 minutes, I don't know how long it was, but we were camped in their 22. They were only getting out through like half decent clearance kicks or a penalty given away by ourselves, so we were letting them off. And like I said again, they literally ran the length for their first try and their second. So it wasn't that pitch actually favoured them or us by being that side. It was just very good play by them, capitalising on our weaknesses where we were exposed at the time. But it was frustrating on our part. We weren't playing badly. We were just exposed at the wrong point at the wrong time there.
Yeah, I think we know they love to play the open game. A lot of those guys have been playing since they were Colts all the way through, and you could see that certainly with a lot of their sort of support play. And I think they exposed areas with us. Certainly our tackling was not as good as it normally is, but that's because we were playing much better team on the day, and sometimes, I mean, I'm one of the worst losers, but if you lose and you lose against a better side, sometimes you just got to accept it and and learn from it.
Yeah, for sure. I think today was that day. They were a better side. They're gunning for promotion. They've been in there they've had a good season last year, finished third, I think it was. They're going for promotion. Again, I've said this before, our goals are to stay in the league. We still want to get promoted. We still want to be at the top of this league. But we are facing better teams at the moment. We've played Wath away. They played their pitch well. I think at our spot we should do them. I'd hopefully say that. But then also Goole at home there. We've, again, just like I said before, the bounce just perhaps not going our way, and then it just ended up.
And we had a disruption. The referee, we nearly lost the referee. Yeah. He managed to hobble on, but I'm going to ask the coach in a minute, whether that had anything to do. But I think he kept up with players best he could, and I don't think we can be unhappy with the result.
Not at all.
It's one of those things.
I try and say as much as I can, but we all really appreciate the support as well. Nobody let us down on that front. They were supporting throughout the whole game. Yep. Even when, what was it, something like 26-0 at one point, they were still there. It's fantastic. We really appreciate that. That's what builds this club. That's what helps us every single time. We love it.
No, it's good. And I've just got good news coming in. Yeah, I'm hearing Wath have actually been beaten at Old Grovians. Yep. So Wath went down 30 points to 20. Yep. And hang on. Yep. And North Ribblesdale, they lost against Roundheaton. So these updates are coming in live all the time. This doesn't put us in a bad position. Goole go top, I think, and we're still in there. So
was that Sky
news.
Sports there, Steve?
That was the link coming in from Sky. Was it?
Fantastic.
Was 1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah. We're third. Thank you.
So we're third now. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, again, we're still in it. So we're all. What will we be? We'll all be around 39 points in second, or third. Sorry. What they moved on to? I don't know. They're just above us now, up at the top with Goole. It's all to play for. We've got
absolutely.
What have we got? Another whole season half season to go.
Yeah. So no, the great thing is, and the feedback was, we came back against Barnsley right at the beginning of the season, 22-21.
Yes.
And we was like 21-5 down.
Yeah. It
started to happen again. The belief is in the boys to keep playing. So that belief's there, and that is a great sign.
Yeah, spot on. Just remember now as well, the referee had an injury, but we had Joe Grief broken nose. We had Hoppy came on, and then he got injured as well. I think Jed, he felt his arm literally popped out, and it miraculously popped back in. Had a few injuries, which it doesn't help. That was when the score was quite close, so that's frustrating again on our part. But today, bounced the ball. Luck wasn't on our side, but we did deserve to lose.
Good stuff, Johnny.
Yeah, cheers.
All the best.
Yeah, thanks.
Keep on. And now we'll go straight into our player coach, Mr. James Hopkins. And so, James, what was? I mean, you came in straight in, made an impact, did something we couldn't see, but I think it was something to your ribs or something, and and then you went off and had a little bit of rest. But what we first of all on the play side, what were your thoughts of the game generally, and then we'll talk a little bit about the coaching.
Game generally, it was a slow start. With Northallerton, we've been known as that team that are a slow starter, and then we come back down the hill and we pick up. We're trying to work our way out of that and be an 80-minute team, and we've talked about it. And I think last week, no offence to Whitley Bay, but we got the ball rolling against a team that wouldn't do as well in this league. And today, against better opposition, we just didn't get into that same pattern. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think some of the feedback from the Goole members, obviously the Goole Waltons are the matchday sponsors today. They were saying they expected us to keep it tighter in the pack and play with our forwards, who have obviously dominated most teams, and not open it wide and run it around, because that's what they excel in. Yeah,
I think some of the lads, whether it was nerves or a little bit of excitement, just started to chase the game a little bit. Like Johnny mentioned earlier, a few things happened the wrong way, or a wrong bounce of the ball, which meant we were on the wrong end of the score. When that sort of creeps into the lads, sometimes start flinging a bit wild passes or offloads, just trying to chase it to get back into it, because they don't want to get behind, rather than playing the statistics. We've talked about statistics a lot, of percentage of play and where we need to be and how we play it, and that's what we need to get into, and that's what's important.
Good. Well, I know we've got a long season ahead of us, and it's we are. I know. Certainly, we talked at the beginning of the season. We're ahead of our expectations anyway. But we can still win this league. We can still get promotion.
We'll always push on. We won't throw any games. We'll try and win every game that we come up against and put the best team out. We do believe in rotation of players, because it's about a squad, not just about a team, and it's about a club as a whole. So there's more people to even come up and develop even further. But we'll be looking to win absolutely everything that we play.
And I believe we've got 1 or 2 new players signed up as well just recently. Thursday night, I think.
Well, we had 3 new lads come down on Thursday night, which was fantastic. We had 2 play for the third team today, I believe it was, and 1 play for the seconds. So I don't know how their results are yet, but I'll look forward to find that out.
I can't get it off Sky, so I'm sorry, they haven't come in yet. So James, all the best. Thanks, Scott.
No, thank you
Good
very
job.
much.
See you in a bit. Okay, I'm here with David Walton from Walton's Limited at Goole, and David's the match sponsor for today. Obviously a Goole company, so it's very pertinent, and it's great that they've had a super day both on the pitch, and I know David met with quite a lot of the local farmers and clients before the game. So David, good to welcome you here to Northallerton.
Thank you very much, Steve.
And a good win for Goole.
Yeah, excellent win. Some really good stuff. I've not watched our first team for quite a few weeks and months now, because I'm involved with our thirds more back at the club. But
still playing.
Still playing. Hanging by a thread. Keeping it's better than watching all the time and drinking. It's bit healthier playing off sometimes. So no, some good stuff like our lads. Some fantastic ball skills, back row. I think won it through us. But some really good play. Really impressed.
I mean, obviously you like an open game, so it was perfect conditions for that. Type of
that's
game
right.
today.
I think in the past, a big set of forwards, especially when it gets to this time of year, November, December, is when we can start to struggle, if you like, against a bigger pack. I think today you probably missed Joe, the big propper.
He's with the seconds today.
But if you miss a game, and we do the same, there's that much competition at Goole nowadays. If lads, whether it's stag do's, a day at Twickenham, then you fight for your place to get back in, and rightly so. That's how it should be, and it's great that and competition does breed success, and we find that at Goole now. We're putting 3 teams out. You put 3 teams, I think, today, and there's competition for places. You'll miss a game, for whatever reason, and you fight your way back in, just how it used to be.
It's healthy. What's also interesting, I know, because we've just sort of started the last 2 or 3 years, our junior section coming through, and we're starting to see the lads coming through. You've obviously got a head start on it. And how many of those players today were coming through the junior system?
We
Because
talked
quite a
about
lot.
that. There'll be, I would say, there must be 2/3 of that team probably have played for our juniors. And I had from when I was coaching, I was now minor 21 to be 21. So there was 2 of those lads in the year above. There was the 4, and there's ones below, ones who have come through already through our mini and junior system. Like I say, I think yours has been going maybe a few years. We're seeing it now, and we've gone from years ago we were 4 teams, which I'm sure you were. There was we had a down where we've been for two teams for a long time. The last 2 seasons we've been able to put the 3 sides out. A lot of it down to the minis and juniors coming through, whether they're coming through at 3rd team level or you know, 1st team. But you know, the numbers are coming through.
Yeah.
Also, the O2 touch, we found that as well as giving us more numbers, because the lads are coming down who didn't want to were a bit wary of contact.
Right.
They're playing the O2 touch. Coming through and thinking, I'll have a go at this, and so they'll come through with the 3rds and have a go, and you know. And,
interesting. We need to probably start that
that's
down here.
big, it has.
And then obviously the last one was really just looking at the season. We just heard today, obviously Wath got beaten at Old Grovins, which is good news. You guys have gone top. And North Rib got beaten as well. Against Roundheaton. So you know, it's all to play for.
Yeah, we are top of the league. They're singing in there, the lads, and rightly so. You need to take it while it's there. Obviously. You know, a long way to go, and we're coming into our, you know, the muddier pitches, if you like, the heavier pitches and bigger, you know, the bigger forwards where we can but playing like they played today.
Oh, your back row,
you know, and running around in the back row, and we are now getting a bigger, stronger pack. So they are competing with the bigger forwards, and you know, this year probably is, you know, we're ready maybe for that step up. You know, if it was going to happen, you know, it's there at the moment, but there's a long way to go.
We look forward to going
down
to...
we'll take it while
absolutely. Enjoy while it's here, and hey, you're the best side we've played so far this season.
No,
so
thanks,
you can take that away with it.
Yeah,
David, all the best for the rest.
Thank you very much. All right, cheers.